Hi everyone, my name is Vic Veer. I invented the Side Sleeping Pro with the image that's just sitting right here. It's a pillow system that helps you to sleep on your side comfortably as possible or in the recovery position, which is even better. And when I say better, what I mean is that if you sleep in these two positions, on your side or in the recovery position, then what that does is it opens up your airway so much that it can stop you from snoring and also improve sleep apnea as well. And I've got videos about that, and you can see these videos here that talk about the Side Sleeping Pro, and you can look at that and it gives it to you in more detail. But I want to give you an update because now that quite a few people have already had it from the first batch, they've started using it. I'm getting reviews come through, and today, for the first time, I got someone coming in for a drug-induced sleep endoscopy, and I wanted to show you with and without the pillow, so you can see what's going on inside the throat when you're sleeping on the pillow in these positions. So what I'm doing now is I've got a little fibroscope looking at the back of her nose. I'm looking down into her throat. This area here is the palate, and this area here is the back wall of her throat. Now, some of you will know that I do drug-induced sleep endoscopy very differently from other people. So if I inadvertently touch the wrong part of the throat at the wrong time, they may wake up. And for this reason, I have to gently ease myself forward and be very careful I don't disturb their sleep. As you may know from looking at my other videos, I'm not particularly interested in where the vibrating tissue is, which is the area that's causing the snoring. I'm trying to find out where the narrowing is in the airway, which is resulting in this turbulent airflow, which later on causes the snoring that you can see here. So now you can see I've slightly advanced my endoscope so I can see more of the throat rather than just the nose. The first and the most obvious thing I can see is that the tongue is quite large because there is a lot of lingual tonsil sitting on the back of it. So this means that her tonsils have extended from the left and right side of her throat and encroached down onto the back of her tongue. And because of her large tongue, it's falling back and blocking her voice box, which is this area here. And you might be able to see her vocal cords, the windpipe, and also her epiglottis, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. Right now, this patient is in quite light sleep, but most of the problems seem to occur in deep sleep and particularly in dream sleep, so I needed to wait until this happened. So now I've skipped ahead a little bit and I've waited to the point where I could see the eyes moving around under the eyelids, so I know that they're in REM sleep. This is the reason why I do my drug-induced sleep endoscopy in this manner, because you cannot see REM sleep in traditional drug-induced sleep endoscopy. During REM sleep, all the muscles go a little bit flaccid because we don't want to act out our dreams, and you'll see the tongue falling right back here and blocking the airway. This person is only able to breathe through this little tiny hole in this area here. Now that we're a little bit closer to the tongue, you can see the lingual tonsil sitting here. Hopefully by now you've had a brief overview of what this patient's airway looks like when they are sleeping on their back in different stages of sleep. What I want to do now is show you what the airway looks like when they are sleeping on the Side Sleeping Pro. So again, we've started in the back of the nose and we'll descend down into the throat so you can see what's going on in there. So again, this is the palate and this area here is the back wall of your throat. And now we have a much better view of the voice box. You can see the vocal cords and the epiglottis down over here. Hopefully you'll be able to appreciate that the airway looks a lot more open now that they are in the recovery position. The snoring has stopped and there is no blockage of the airway. You can still see that there are tonsils which are dragging in the side wall of the throat, and you can still see the large lingual tonsil sitting underneath the epiglottis. So although the airway doesn't look perfect at this stage, it does look an awful lot better than it did previously. To allow you to see the difference more clearly, I've put both videos side by side so you can see how it compares. Hopefully you can see that the difference between someone's airway with and without the pillow was huge. I mean, I'm not saying this is going to happen to everyone, but I wanted to show you the big difference in some people's airways when they sleep in the recovery position. And sometimes people are not completely cured by sleeping on their side. Then all of a sudden using a mandibular advancement device like this to open up the airway even more, or using a CPAP device on top of sleeping in the side or recovery position will help them even more. So this is just an extra way to make it as comfortable as possible. I mean, I'm not saying it is the most comfortable pillow in the world. It's not. It definitely isn't. But sleeping on your side is really uncomfortable in lots of scenarios. And I'm getting reports back saying, look, it's not as comfortable as my old pillow. It's not going to be. Sleeping on your side is not really, really comfortable. But what I'm trying with this pillow is to make it as comfortable as possible so you can sleep in that position all night. And that's almost impossible with a normal pillow. With this pillow, lots of people. I think about 300-400 people have now got Pillow, maybe up to 500 now. And so lots of people are coming back to me and go, oh, after a bit of emailing back and forth from me up at night, emailing all these people, they've got really, done really well after a week or so of using it. So, oh no, I can sleep better now. So if you have a problem out there and you're just sort of being quiet about it, email me through the newsletter and I will help you through. Sometimes it means sort of starting off with a side sleeping position and then slowly graduating yourself to the recovery position. Don't go straight into recovery position because there are too many things to remember. So I'll help you through it one step at a time. Just email me and I'll email you back when I get time, hopefully within sort of 24, 48 hours, and I can explain what the problem is. Tell me what the problem is, where it's hurting. Some people feel like it's pressing on the front of their neck or it hurts when they turn their head like this. You shouldn't be doing any of those things, and I can explain how to get into a sleeping position that helps you. Sometimes people say, I still got pain in my shoulder, and then really they're not sleeping on it properly. They have to bring their shoulder forward. In fact, I think I will do a new video to explain that in more detail because it is complicated. Trying to learn to sleep in a new position, changing your sleep habit in any way, it takes a few weeks to get used to. When people first start using a CPAP or a mandibular advanced device, it takes, this took me about 2 or 3 months to get used to. CPAP, I was still struggling after 3 weeks. So all of these things take time because it changes your sleeping habits. So stick with it. I'll help you through as much as I can. And so far, I've had a great response. And thank you, all of you who have written into me saying that you've had such great sleep. I think one person said they've had the best sleep they had in 2 years after the first night. Some people are sending me, these sleep monitor things that tells you what your oxygen's like at night. They showed me before and after. I'm really like, oh my God, their oxygen levels have looked great afterwards, and they were quite poor beforehand. So all these things are really good. I've given some people in the first batch access to Snore Lab, and maybe they can show me what their snoring was like before and then afterwards as well. So there's all sorts of things you can do to show how you improve. I mean, ideally, we'd like to do a sleep study before and after, and we can work that out with my patients. So thank you very much. The next batch, because I can't keep up with the demand at the moment, so I'm having to get a new batch from China. And hopefully I've got enough pillows this time. I spent all the money I made on the first lot to get the next set of pillows. They should be here in late November, so just in time for Christmas if you're interested. I think half of them have already been sold in the pre-orders. So I'm hoping for the first time we'll have them that you could just buy them as soon as you possibly can. But if you definitely want it for Christmas, they are not completely sold out, so there's still some in there. But hopefully there will be some when they do eventually get to England in November. And the Dual Comfort Pro, the other pillow, that looks more like a normal pillow, should be out a little bit later. I'm guessing early December for that one. Anyway, that's a quick update. Thank you ever so much for watching these videos. And thank you for purchasing the Side Sleeping Pros, everyone. It means a lot to me that you've written to me and told me how well you're doing. Thank you so much. And those of you who've pre-ordered should be here at the end of November, I think. I'll tell you about where the ship's going. Last time we had the ship going not through the Suez Canal into the Mediterranean, but to go around South Africa, which extended the time again. We've had a bit of a delay in the pillows because I had to make so many this time to keep up with demand. But hopefully there'll be enough for people to buy and then get it the next day. Fingers crossed. Look, thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.